Well, I go by the name of Jay Alley, and I am a hip hop slash R&B artist. I'm a music artist. I spend most of my time in the studio as much as I can. Anything that happens in my life is always something that inspires me. So I have music that ranges from sad music to party music to determination to anything that inspires people. And I really just enjoy making my music relatable to people. And above all, I enjoy making it, and it's what I live for. I was born with cancer, and my mom or the doctor told my parents that I wasn't gonna live. So I did live, obviously, because I'm sitting right here. I further went on to I wanted to play guitar. I wanted to be in like a rock band, and I figured out that I couldn't play guitar because during the surgery, one of the side effects was that half of my body shut down for an entire year. I had to learn to use my left hand. I was born right-handed, and then I figured out it was hard for me to hit the notes because my right hand is still really messed up from that whole year of not being able to use it. And then I came on to, just moved on in my life. I got into a bad crowd, started doing drugs, whatever, all that stuff, the usual city boy story. And then somebody robbed my house. And from then on, it was my brother had a party. One of his friends stayed behind and robbed my room specifically, and that's how it went down, I guess. I lost a few $100s that I had been saving up, and I didn't know how to get rid of the anger from it other than to write. So from then on, I wrote this song. It sucked, obviously, and then from then on, I just couldn't stop. So that's how I got into music. And then, you know, my mom was a 80s pop star, actually. So she was national in the 80s. She was a dance music star, national. She never really made it international. And also my dad was in a rock band, and he was national. And I feel like I should be the one to finally make it, finally do something in the music industry as a career. I have my little home studio where I start making a beat, or I find somebody else's beat that they want me to use. And I just, you know, whatever feel that instrumental gives me, or whatever I create, is what sparks my writing. And whatever comes to my mind first, I'll just write it down. And if I don't like it, I'll delete it, start new, and then just whatever comes out of my mind is what I write down. And it depends on what happened in that day, who I talked to, if something happened in a relationship, that all depends. And eventually it forms into a song, and then bring it to the studio, record it, mix and master it, make it a creation, and put it out on SoundCloud and promote it. Well, for a while I was just, you know, trying to be that star artist as everybody does when they start out. And then I moved out of my hometown, Dayton, Ohio, and moved to Nashville, and I didn't make music for like 6 months. And I ended up breaking up with a girlfriend I had been with for almost 4 years. And that song, and it turned into a song eventually. I remixed a song by Little Dragon called Twice. I took a little sample from the instrumental, and I took a little sample from the chorus, and then built tracks behind it. And I felt like the same feel from that song was the feel that I was going for. And I wrote this song as 2 verses, 2 choruses, and an outro. And I feel like it's one of the most heartfelt songs I've ever written. And I feel like that marks a point where my life and music had changed. And from then on, it's been a whole different story. I feel like what I've been coming up with is professional, and it's me, it's original. I try to have a song for everybody. So I'll have a song for people who like lyrics. I'll get really in depth with the lyrics and make it switch back and forth, different flows, different everything. And then I'll have a song for people who like to party, because, you know, everybody likes to party. I like to party, and so I'll have a song for them, and I'll have a song for the lyricists, and I'll have a song for, you know, people who want to relate to something, people who have bad relationships with somebody, and they just want to listen to something that they feel like they can relate to and feel like they've been through the same thing that I've been through. So, you know, I try to just have a variety. I try to have a song for every time and every situation. I'm basically on every social media that is out there. So Instagram, that's JAY_ALLEY. There's 2 Y's, ALLEYY. And Twitter, @JXAlley. And SoundCloud is where I post all my music. So that'll be the main hub for all my creations. And then, of course, I do a little photography, graphic design. I do all my own productions, but that's all behind the scenes. Most of it will be on SoundCloud. Well, I made this song called No Diamonds with one of my good friends I went to school with, and I feel like that is just, it's a great song. It's something that took a month or two to create, and it's just it's one of my best creations, I think, and it's probably going to be the one most played on my SoundCloud. So go to SoundCloud and look up No Diamonds, Jay Alley, and Lexi Wilson.